Hi you guys, my name is Denise and I am Marciano's mom. So I am creating this channel so that way I can try to help other parents navigate this system on how we can get our disabled children some help. And so this review is going to be on Inland Regional Center, and this is the San Bernardino region. So my son is 3 years old, so he's transitioning to 3+. And he had been with Regional Center since he was about 1. I think I didn't really have a good experience. They would send infant teachers to me that were not knowledgeable. I want a teacher that's going to be able to talk to him and just try to teach him just some basic things, and those things I did not get out of Regional Center. So fast forward, now he's 3 years old, and every time I go to a different specialist or even online, people are always recommending Regional Center. Oh, call your Regional Center. They have many resources. You go on their website, they have many resources. You go on their Facebook page, they have many resources. But unfortunately for a child like mine, they don't have any. They don't have respite due to him having a G-tube. He wouldn't be able to get diapers because he's not 5 years old yet. So I would have to go through my insurance and try to get physical and occupational therapy through my insurance first. And then I could take denials to them and they would see what they could do. Well, in the past, I have tried that and they denied me right on the spot. I've been asking and basically pleading and begging, like I need physical therapy, OT, things of that nature. But I do understand that they're saying that they don't provide that if you have that already. But my situation is a little bit different. I have access to those things, but due to COVID, he's unable to get those services. So that's when I would go to regional, like, hey, what is it that you can help my son with? So I've come to know that most services are like getting our children's information and just storing it and calling it follow-up, when they're really not really doing anything for our kids. They're saying that they're following up with our kids because they're calling us every so often to get the information, like we need to update our children's pediatrician. They want to know how many people live in the house. They want to know the medications and things of that nature. But me giving you this information does nothing for my child. My child does not benefit if I tell you how many sisters and brothers he has. My child does not benefit if I tell you the medications, because you guys are not going to give him the medications at all. You can't provide me a respite care person that will give me the medications. And if I can get my own nurses through his doctor, then you're not going to provide the nurses because you guys are the payee of last resort. And if I go to the school district and can get him into school on my own, then you guys wouldn't help me with that. So what is it that you guys are doing other than having my child's name in your guys' system, making it seem like he's one of the many hundreds of thousands of children that you guys are helping, when in reality you're not? All of the things that you saying that you can do, you can't do for my child because I guess his age. So I just really feel like I have not had a great experience with Inland Regional Center because I don't see the benefit. What I see is that people are updating information, calling it follow-up, and having a database of all these children, making it seem like they have helped all these disabled kids, but in reality, they haven't. And so they're calling us every year or coming to the house to follow up, but this follow-up is not benefiting my kids. You're not sending the right people to us, and then now you can't send anybody because he's 3+. He's not getting any physical therapy or OT out of you guys because he already has access to it. But even if he is unable to actually access the services because of COVID or whatever, then you guys are not providing it because it's a conflict because he has access to it. So what is it that he's getting other than having people get paid off of him and he's not benefiting? I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying because I'm probably just doing all this rambling, but what I'm feeling is that we are constantly giving out way too much information about what's going on in our homes just for them to update some records so that they can say that they're following up. But this information is not directly benefiting our kid. The services that he needs, which is like PT, OT, speech, and he needs intensives, you're not going to help me look for those services. I have to look for those myself or ask my pediatrician. And if my pediatrician is unable to help me, and if my insurance is unable to help me, which they haven't been, then I'm still on my own. So what is it that Regional Center is doing for our children? I mean, I understand that each case is different, so some of you guys are really getting the help. But for a really medically complex situation like my son's, he's not benefiting from Regional Center. And it's like, I want to stay active just in case there's something that they can help me with. But during the whole 2 years that I've been with them, I haven't seen anything. And also, they're saying like, oh, we need your medical records and things of that nature. But for what? I don't want to put all my kids' information out there in the universe, his medical records, and when this is not going to help him. If I give you his medical records, how does that in turn help Marciano? At the end of the day, it just looks like people are benefiting off of a lot of these children, and the children are not actually benefiting. And when I say that they're benefiting, they're getting paid. They're getting money because they have our children's name in their database saying that this child is part of the Regional Center, but the actual child is not benefiting. So I know I said a lot of the same things back to back, but I just want to make sure that I give out this information in case anybody else is dealing with the same thing. I'm out here trying to get my kid help. He's severely disabled. He has acquired cerebral palsy. He has a trach. He needs intensive feeding therapy. If you have any idea on how to help us, go ahead and comment below or contact us. I am already on like my 5th or 6th pediatrician, and because I live in a rural area, they don't know where to send me. I have to constantly look for myself, and because my child is so medically complex, a lot of people are just not dealing with him. And then also due to COVID, a lot of people are out sick, blah, blah, blah. So like a lot of the services aren't consistent, and he needs intensive therapies in order to progress. And that's why I don't understand the whole thing about early intervention, because early intervention is not existent. I've been trying to get my son services since he was 9 months old, and he's 3 years old now. The system is failing us. It's failing us.